Buenos dias, people of the world, and welcome to Morning Report, MMA Morning Report. That is with the one and only Martanius, brought to you by TKO TV. I wish I had like gnarlier knuckles. Look at that. It's like South Park or South Park hands. Yeah. Oh well, someday. Anyhow, today I've decided to bring you maybe not necessarily the top 5 stories in MMA, but 5 stories that I came across in MMA this morning. I did a little prep time, and so this is going to be like smooth like butter, like the best media possible, right? Right. So first thing that caught my eye, Israel Adesanya. It looks like he has. There's rumors that he has a fight coming up and an opponent picked, which would be Nasruddin Imavov, who's a good fighter, but also pretty boring and very French. He is like, I am better than you. I am simply better. He gets this look on his face when he's fighting, like, what are you even doing here with me? Why am I wasting the time? And with that being said, I'm not the biggest Izzy fan because as much as he's the style bender, he's the storyteller too. He always wants to I'm gonna tell a story, man. I'm gonna make this, my story. And that shit gets old after a while. But from a fighting perspective, I'd much rather watch him fight than Imavov. So honestly, I hope Izzy smokes him. But Imavov is a well-rounded fighter, solid stand-up, solid ground game, and so Izzy's going to have his hands full. And if this is true, then it should be a good fight. Just side note, the guy who said that is Cal Bahalo, who is an up-and-coming fighter as well, and said that he had talked to Izzy, or they messaged back and forth because Izzy kind of hinted that he was going to fight Imavov. And so he's like, what's up, bro? And he's like, don't worry, dude, we'll fight. So it's good things. Say what you want about Izzy, but the dude fights. He's down to fight. And at the end of the day, that's what we're watching for. That's what these guys are supposed to do. So let's get it. You know what I'm saying? More to come on that. If that does actually happen, I probably should do a breakdown of that fight because it's worth diving into. Both of them have meaningful records, meaningful careers up to this point. One has already reached the peak, the other's still climbing, but nevertheless, a pretty decent fight. The next little bit of news that I came across was Conor McGregor wants to be an American. Not quite, but he wants to move to America. He's sick of the backlash that his countrymen have placed upon him in lieu of recent court proceedings and findings and whatnot. And so at the end of the day, basically, people aren't bowing to him in Ireland now. They're even taking murals down and putting wax figures away. I try to say that with a straight face. But yeah, there was a gym that was shown recently painting over a mural in their gym of him, since they've had, I guess, since 2016 or something like that. I'm going off memory, doesn't always work well, but yeah, they covered his face up, and then the wax museum took the wax figure of him down. Bro, be thankful for that. Have you seen that wax figure? You guys go and look at the wax figure. It's not like complimentary to him. That's all I'm going to say. Go check it out yourself. Take a look. Comment below. Say, hey, that was an awesome wax figure. Or Martanius, you're right. It's not good, dude. The fuck were they doing with his hair? I digress. And then also the Jim, the guy who covered up the thing, he was like, yeah, he's not he's no longer a role model. And I was like, bro, really? You just realized now that Conor McGregor's not a great role model? This is the one. This is the thing that did it. And granted, it's a bad thing. And if anything did do it, I'm glad. I'm glad people aren't okay with exalt. Okay, exalting is bad. But I mean, dude, there was so much other stuff he did. Like the dude, the old man that he punched in the face. That was okay. Still a role model. He hits old people, but still a role model, right? All the other allegations and court findings and stuff. Like, come on, dude. Here's my take at the end of the day. We don't want you, bro. Okay? We got enough exalting over here going out. We got our own problems, dude. Have you watched the news in America? Honestly, I don't watch the news. I just know like we got our own share of things. We got enough, powder people that like powder in places, you know, and we have plenty of salters around here. I mean, the number's stacking up of famous ones. So, like, please don't make this your safe haven. We don't need it. We don't want it. Stay away, dude. Work your shit out at home, and then come over here and then entertain us. Okay? Is that so much to ask? But yeah, please keep your shit to yourself. This is not a safe haven for coke addicts, ex-alters, any of that stuff. Fix your shit, then come back out. Moving on. Ilya Topuria hints at relinquishing his title to chase the lightweight title. Bro, come on, dude. Somebody just defend their titles. Here's the thing. I'm trying to be okay. I get that he's in a different place because he's already taken out um, the top two featherweights in the weight class. He took out Volkanovski. He took out Holloway. He finished both of them. That hasn't been done. Okay. So I get that it's like, all right, well, what do I do next? But come on, bro. You're ready to bump up already. You're ready to bump up and take on Islam Makhachev. Or no, he said he wanted to take on Charles Oliveira. Bro, that being said, it's a great fight. And I don't mind the bump up, but it's too soon, too fast. Guys, defend your titles. Stop going for my legacy. Go back and see what Mike Tyson's bare butt interview said. Like, what's the legacy? What is a legacy? It's just you die. At the end, you just die. And that poor kid. Oh, wait, that wasn't the. Okay, so I'm getting it mixed up. That wasn't the interview where his ass was hanging out at the end. It was with the child who said, what do you think about your legacy and all this? And he's like, what is legacy? It's just what people think about you and then you die. And this kid's like, okay. Shout out to Mike Tyson. He's Mike Tyson. You gotta love him. What a strike trip. Anyways, I digress. Back to the subject. Ilya Topuria. Defend your title a couple more times. I'm looking at the rankings right now. I was prepared. Okay. Took out Volkanovski. Took out Holloway. They're 1 and 2. So I get that part. But number 3, you got Diego Lopez. That's a good fight. That's a challenge. Probably win because those hands are fucking fast. But still, it's a challenge. Movsar Evloev. Please, dude. Please smoke this dude. Okay? And then do what you're going to do. All right? Is he even still considered a feather? Well, yeah. Yeah. He just beat Sterling in a boring, kind of boring-ish fight. The grappling was good. Some of the grappling was good, but God, Sterling's just hard to watch. That's my take on it. Okay, cool. Moving on. So Ilya, fight Lopez, fight Evloev, then fight whoever you want. And honestly, if you get past Charles Oliveira, then shoot for the title, dude. But come on, let's just clean out that division, settle it, be done, and then move on. And you can do it. You can beat Lopez. You can beat Evloev. Just do that, dude. It extends your career one more year. He said he wants to be out by 30. He's 27. Fight 2 times in 2025. Beat those 2 guys in 2025. Then you're 28. Then go up, fight Oliveira, beat him. You're still maybe 28. And then spend a year and a half or 2 years as a lightweight champ. Maybe, who knows? I can't doubt you because I have, and you showed, okay? You finished Volkanovski and Holloway. Enough said. Cool. You're as bad as you say. But let's just be normal. Be normal in pursuit of your greatness. If that makes sense. That doesn't make sense. But whatever, dude. Just fucking fight people in your weight class. Next. Oh, this is kind of, all right, whatever. Jan Blachowicz is fighting Carlos Ulberg. It's announced they're fighting in London, March 22nd. Not huge news, but, dude, a good fight. A fight between a guy who's been there in Jan Blachowicz and a guy who's on his way and getting there, Carlos Ulberg, who also has shown he has room for improvement. And so this is a good test for both of them. Jan, do I stick around? Do I stick around and still shake things up? And am I still a force in this division? Or is it time to pass the torch to the new guys coming up and the guy who's going to get that and then roll it around with the other new guys or up and coming guys is Carlos Ulberg. Either way, it's an interesting fight. That should be a breakdown too. But early sense, theoretically, Jan would do to Carlos what he did to Izzy, take down control, and it's just a matter of if Ulberg can keep it standing, land his shots, and use his distance. It's interesting. So let's see what happens. I'm in. Last bit of news, because I'm only doing 5 and then we're out. Okay, we'll do other stuff later. Just watch this one to the end. Like and subscribe and comment and watch other videos that I haven't made. Whatever, dude. Global Fight League announces team-based fighter league. There's a new league. It's called Global Fight League. Okay. It's going to revolutionize. Let me read it for you guys. Actually, let me read it for you. Okay. Let me go back. Just give me a second because you got to hear this. GFL is revolutionizing combat sports with a global team-based league that shares 50% of the revenue with fighters and prioritizes their health, wellness, and retirement. This groundbreaking league unites fans and fighters, creating MMA's most passionate community. That sounds really cool, and none of it's going to happen. I mean, not for long, at least. They probably will. I mean, if they're saying it, let's just take them at their word, okay? So they're going to share 50% of event revenue with fighters. That hasn't worked in the past. I'm just going to leave it at that. Paying fighters what they deserve, and I only put that in quotes because it's a thing, okay? Fighters deserve billions of dollars. They're not going to get it. So paying what the fighters what they think they should get in the past hasn't been fruitful for other organizations who've now passed and no longer exist. So we'll see how that goes. Prioritizing their health, wellness, and retirement. Cool. Maybe that means they're going to get a retirement package or something like that. I don't know. I'm not going to look into it a whole lot right now because it's words that it's trigger words for fighters and hardcore fans for a long time. So like, we're going to give them what they want. Awesome. I hope it works. It hasn't before. Team-based and season-based fighting has been done before. This isn't groundbreaking. This isn't new. Back in the okay, PFL does a season already. We already know that. They have a point system, playoffs. You're the champion. You get $1 million. It's the most anticlimactic thing because you just got $1 million, and you're the only one that cares. Okay, cool. The team-based thing's been done before. That's me doing that. Sorry. This is my studio for right now, okay? Yeah. Team-based thing has been done before. There used to be a thing called IFL. Back in the day, if you're not like old like me and haven't been around the scene for a while like me, you wouldn't know. But IFL existed before. They paid fighters pretty well. They paid them a monthly fee during the off season, and it was good for the fighters. Wasn't great for the business. They were on TV. They had a TV deal and everything. The numbers just weren't there. The numbers just weren't there. And I don't see how this is going to be any different. But man, what a negative little Nancy, huh? Let's say it does. Here's what they have to start with. Okay, they've set up their fighters. I'm just gonna. There's quite a few of them. They've signed quite a few fighters, and we're not going to get deep into it. How they got the fighters? How none of that stuff. We're just going to read through who's on the list right now and just let that sink in. I'm not going to read all the names. I'm just going to read some of the bigger names and go from there. Okay. So heavyweight division, they have signed Alan Belcher. He used to be a welterweight or middleweight in the UFC. He's a good fighter. Then got super juiced, bare knuckle fought, became a heavyweight. He's a hardcore dude. Alan Belcher is not the dude you want to mess with, especially not now. He's got that good sauce going. I need some sauce, man. I'm fat and it sucks. Anyways, I digress. Alan Belcher, Alexei Olenek, famous for choking people out while they're mounted on top of him. He's there. Andrei Arlovsky, Fabricio Verdun, Frank Mir, Junior Dos Santos, all former heavyweight UFC heavyweight champions. Not bad, right? I mean, they're signing people. They might be a little bit over, but whatever. Greg Hardy. Robelis de Spain. He was the Cuban guy who came in with super hype and then super dog shitted, and now he's part of GFL. Tanner Boser, the greatest parlay buster of all. I'm salty. It's 4 years later, and I'm salty. That was their heavyweight division. There's a few others, whatever. Light heavyweights. Alexander Gustafsson. Dude, right? Rafael Carvalho. He's old school jiu-jitsu guy. I think I'm getting that right. Anyways, a couple other dudes you won't know. But dude, Gustafsson, that's a good fighter. They signed him. Middleweight, Gegard Mousasi, a good fighter. I'm not going to say anything else. He's a good fighter. Hector Lombard was a good fighter. Kyle Dawkins had moments. Luke Rockhold. They signed Luke Rockhold. Just stop, Luke. Phil Dawes. Philip Haas. I mean, he hasn't come to it yet, but dude, he might. I mean, that's a name. He had some steam for a minute. Dude, the last one on the list for middleweights, Vanderlei Silva. That he still fights? He shouldn't fight. I'm a huge Vanderlei Silva fan. I love Vanderlei Silva. But he shouldn't fight anymore. And these are people who are all in a draft. They're going to do a draft like a team, like they do in the NFL and NBA and all that other stuff. So someone's going to draft Vanderlei Silva and expect and have him fight for their team. Vanderlei Silva. I'm not going to be a naysayer. Vanderlei, go for it. These dudes are sauced too. So there might be some good. That old school Vanderlei might be back. You know, a little bit of that saucy sauce. You know what I'm saying? Welterweight division. Abubakar Nurmagomedov. I just want to say Abubakar. Benson Henderson, right? Benson Henderson. He was a title holder. Francisco Trinaldo. He was around for a long time in the UFC. Dude, Huzamal Palhares. He's a piece of dog shit as a human being and just not a good. He's supposed to be reformed. He was a piece of dog shit. Famous for holding on to leg locks, submissions. Look him up if you don't know who he is. That's all I'm going to say about him. Tyron Woodley. Tyron Woodley is now a welterweight under the Global Fight League. And let's see what he can do. There's some other guys in here too. They might be good. I haven't heard of them. I'm not going to lie. But, dude, Benson Henderson as a welterweight. Benson Henderson fighting Huzumar Palhares. Bro. We'll see how that goes. There's no way Huzumar is going to make 170. Unless, I don't know. I haven't seen him in a while, but he's super juiced. He was a good 235 at 5'8" for a while. Lightweight division. Anthony Pettis. Charles Rousseff. Jeremy Stevens, the little heathen. It's a bad mocho. John McDessie. Hey. Kevin Lee. He needed to find a space. He was willing to fight for free for the UFC. And they said, nah, we're good. And he was like, after all I done for them, after all I brought to the table. Bro, you brought bad sunglasses to the table. So, Kevin Lee's in the Global Fight League. Some other dudes. Look up Stephen Beaumont. Just do it. Okay. I don't know who he is either. Just look up this picture at MMAGFL.com. Next, featherweights. Don't recognize the name. Marlon Moraes. All right. Marlon Moraes. Bad dude. They got a featherweight. I mean, they have other people. They have like, what, 10? 10 featherweights. Wait, 1, 2, 3. 10 featherweights signed. And the one that I do. Oh, no, I don't know if I know that guy. Bantamweight. Let's see. Jimmy Rivera. He was tough. He was a tough opponent in the UFC. Renan Barão. We haven't seen him in a while. Be interesting to see what he has left. Honestly, especially if they're saucing, they're going to be better fighters. 2/3. Female divisions. Bantamweight. Pani Kianzet, who was okay. Tanya Evinger. Great heavy bag. Not heavy. Great punching bag. A couple other people I haven't heard of, but dude, one of them has a 19-10 record. That's not great. Her name is Kalindra Faria. Alexa Connor has an 8-5 record. Pana Kianzad is 16-9. Not great workers. They have 2 flyweights. They have Chiara Penko, who's 9-5, and they have Miao Ding, who's 18-8. Miao looks like she's like cosplay. Oh, her eyes are blue, but her name's Miao Ding. Those aren't hers. Just to let you know. And then for strawweight, they have 2 fighters also. They have Bai Nguyen, who is 6-9, and she's the Killer Bee. That's her nickname. Cute. And then you got Silvania Montero, who's 11-4, who looks like she's like. All right, so there's the Global Fight League, guys. They are revolutionizing the sport, but not really. Just go to MMAGFL.com and look at the picture they have in the front. I'm pretty sure that's Tyron Woodley. I'm pretty sure it is, but he's looking real special right there. So, And then you can click and join the movement. And then, oh yeah, you receive exclusive updates and all that stuff. Dude, I'll tell you what, they run a show here close to me. I'm willing to bet that that the prices are going to be reasonable, and I will definitely go and watch this live show. Other people, they have, I didn't notice this. Okay, hold on. They have a few other names that they've signed that are listed, but they don't have pictures of them. And I recognize a couple of them. Tiago Santos, okay, not bad. And then Ilir Latifi. Why do these people name themselves stuff like that? Latifi, okay, he's fighting. He's signed. Who else? Dude, I mean, they got to be paying pretty good for Benson to come out of Karate Combat. Gegard, he was a free agent. Pretty pissed off at PFL or whoever it was that he was fighting for, but honestly, who cares, dude? He's a good fighter, but all right. So they got a countdown here at the bottom of the page: 42 days, 17 hours, 38 minutes, 23 seconds. I guess that's when their first card goes off. So maybe I'll look into it a little bit more and do like a little bit more in depth. It could be interesting just to keep us busy for a minute. Might be good betting, depending on how they put these people together. It might be easy call. Like he's going to be eating, and I'm going to beat them. We'll see what happens. We'll just kind of keep a tab on it, take a look on it. In any case, that's your MMA morning report with the one and only Martinius. And hope you guys got something good out of this. I don't know. Maybe just drink your coffee and pass the time, and get caught up on some news that's, I mean, not the most cutting edge news, but come on, it's Thursday morning. Tomorrow, maybe something better. We'll see what happens. In the meantime, take care of yourselves, take care of your families. Deuce.